My name is Bernhard Lederer. I'm an independent working watchmaker who learned his profession some 50 years ago, and since 40 years I'm making tailor-made watches on the demand of customers. And since 2021 I'm back with wristwatches, in that special case with a watch what we called the Central Impulse Chronometer. The name Central Impulse Chronometer was a little bit disturbing people because they did not understood what it is, a central impulse. I would like to explain that very easy. This watch goes back to an idea of Breguet. He had that 250 years ago, and he wanted to make a chronometer escapement usable for every day. Chronometer escapements, as you may know, they are very fragile, or because you have to swing them on, they are not self-starting. And the idea of Breguet was that he will take two detent escapements, one working from the left and one working from the right. So instead of a standard chronometer who makes only tick, tick, it would make tick and tick and tick and tick. And in between those two detent escapements, Breguet thought to put in something what we know from the lever escapements, the fork, where the ellipse is switching the fork and protecting from the overcoil, so the balance cannot make two turns as it can do this in a chronometer escapement. Breguet had this idea, and that is really a genius idea. He only did not find the right way how to make it reality. That was nearly 200 years later. It was George Daniels who had the idea, and he got it in the Space Traveler 1 and Space Traveler 2 pocket watches. Very well known, one of the most expensive pocket watches of George Daniels ever sold. And he states in his books about this escapement that he feels it is the best escapement he can imagine, but so tight in tolerances that it never will fit a wristwatch. And this is what challenged me. I love those statements. Something is not possible. I don't believe in sayings like that. There's always a way, only we don't know it yet. So it is up to us to search it, and in that case we had been lucky enough that we found a way how to make those components for the escapement in a way that the tolerances are repeatable and that we can even make a series of those watches, and that is what ended up in the Central Impulse Chronometer. A little bit where the name is coming from, you may know that the best moment to transmit an impulse to an escapement to the balance ring is the position where the balance ring is neutral. So imagine your watch is run down, there's no energy, the balance is in one stable position. This is the ideal position to give the impulse. Now in mechanic you have accelerations, you have speed, and you find out that the moment that you transmit the energy is not in this position. It is either before or behind that position, and that provokes the watch either to be too quick or too slow. And we had a nice idea and could make a construction that assures that we start before this neutral position and end behind that neutral position, what mathematically gives you the concentration on this central impulse position. And that is where the name came from. I'm very often asked what was my relation with George Daniels. We had a very light connection. He was impressed by what I made as a 25 years old watchmaker student for my masterpiece. I made there a table clock, and I made it with a moon phase and moon position indication and a perpetual calendar. The perpetual calendar good for the coming 3,200 years. The moon phase and moon position indication good enough for the next 800 years. And that is a very funny story because George Daniels made in his Space Traveler something similar. and he needed the help of a mathematician to calculate the gear trains. So when he saw my work, he asked, "Who made the calculations for you?" And he was quite astonished when I told him that I made that. I had no computer at that time, and we still have those papers where I calculated everything by hand and came to those results. And therefore he always pushed me. He said, "Stay in the watchmaking. I could see what you are able to do. Go ahead. Don't repeat what had been made already in the past. Continue. Everything can be developed further down the road." And this is what we are doing. We are preparing a collection of 5 different watches with 5 different escapements based on historic important escapements, further developed to bring them to the wrist, that the watch collectors have a chance to see a part of the beauty of our profession. And this is also in the Central Impulse Chronometer. You can here really feel the regularity, you can feel the love that we bring into our watches. If you look at the piece what is now for sale at Phillips on the auction, you are looking to one of the very first of the Central Impulse Chronometers that we produced and delivered. And the customer is a very even painful, detailed customer. He came here with even a little booklet full with pictures what he took from the watch, and then he congratulated us to the level of finishing, the level of quality. And that was for us on the very beginning of our career here like a honor, like a medal, when this customer comes to you and he's known to be extremely critical. So when you will be the lucky one who will get at the end this watch, you can be assured it is outstanding piece, and it is one of only 25 that exists around the world. We are very strict in our limitations. There is no number 26. I wish you good luck and be successful. You will be happy if you get it.